If you have any interest in XRP or you hold any XRP tokens, then you need to see this. What is the latest XRP news and how will all of this affect the value of XRP? In today's video, I will be answering these questions, and I'm going to be telling you all of the new price boosting information that has just come out about XRP and how there is still a high possibility you could become a millionaire from XRP. Welcome to Crypto World Educate. We appreciate all our existing subscribers. And if you have not, make sure you click the subscribe button to stay updated with all the XRP news and predictions, and stay one step ahead in the crypto world. Kindly ensure to hit the like button and turn on post notification as well for us to provide you with more crypto news. Before we get to our topic, let's take a look at the chart and see what the price of XRP is doing on the 8th of November, shall we? XRP price today is 68 cents, with a 24-hour trading volume of $1.8 billion. XRP price is up 0.7% in the last 24 hours and is up 13.3% in the past 7 days. It has a circulating supply of 48 billion XRP coins and a total supply of 100 billion. Please keep in mind these prices might have changed by the time you watch this video. This content is not financial advice, and investing in the crypto market is risky, so please do your own research before investing. Let's get into the video. XRP news. November 9th. The deadline looms with no news of an SEC versus Ripple settlement. The SEC and Ripple have until November 9th to jointly propose a briefing schedule with remedies to the charges against Ripple for XRP sales to institutional investors. Optimism continued to drive demand for XRP. Speculation about the chances of a favorable outcome for Ripple in the SEC versus Ripple case drove buyer demand on Monday. On Sunday, attorney and partner at Hogan & Hogan, Jeremy Hogan, laid out favorable scenarios for Ripple in a settlement of institutional sales of XRP charges. The assessment followed the views of amicus curiae attorney John E. Deaton from Saturday, November 4th. Deaton gave Ripple a 90-10 chance of a favorable settlement and talked about a $20 million penalty or less being a 99.9% Ripple victory. Speculation about the settlement has intensified in recent sessions. The crypto community awaits updates from Ripple and SEC on progress toward a briefing schedule. Notably, the two parties must jointly propose a briefing schedule to the court by November 9th. According to the October 24th court order, the court will arrange a contested briefing schedule if the parties fail to agree to a briefing schedule. Remedies to the remaining charges are the focal point. Failure to jointly agree to a briefing schedule delivers an element of uncertainty relating to a settlement. The need for a contested briefing schedule suggests that the two sides are still far from settling. The level of uncertainty could test buyer appetite for XRP in the run-up to the November 9th deadline. While investors wait for updates, SEC Chair Gary Gensler remains a hot topic of discussion. Secretary Chair Gary Gensler shocks the legal community. On Monday, Ripple Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderete reacted to an October 25 Gary Gensler speech saying, remarkably, Gensler suggested that a crypto project retaining a lawyer is a security. That's wrong as a matter of law, not to mention common sense, and it's a not so subtle and outrageous threat to everyone's right to consult with counsel. In the October 25 speech, Gensler continued placing cryptos into the securities basket despite recent SEC losses in court. The SEC chair had this to say about the crypto market. This is a field rife with fraud, scams, bankruptcies, and money laundering. While many entities in this space claim they operate beyond the reach of regulations issued before Satoshi Nakamoto's famous white paper, they also are quick to seek the protections of the law in bankruptcy court and litigate their private disputes. John Eady responded to comments from Stuart Alderete stating, I began reading it and couldn't continue because Gary Gensler is wrong on almost everything he says. And what's great is that the courts are proving just how wrong he is. Attorney Jeremy Hogan commented on XRP and whether it should be a security, saying, how rare is it that the SEC suits a company for selling an unregistered security, and during the litigation, the price of the security increases? Very rare. And that might be another indication that the security is not a security. If you're still watching the video, you could help out the channel by giving this video a like, subscribe, and remember to stay tuned to not miss out on anything. XRP to reach $10,000 or attain Ethereum valuation. John Deaton has this to say. John Deaton, a lawyer and well-known supporter of XRP, has firmly denied making any predictions about XRP hitting the $10,000 mark or eventually reaching the valuation of Ethereum. He cleared the air after his comment concerning XRP's recent surprising surge, which propelled it to levels unseen for months. Luki Mo, a member of the XRP community on X, drew attention to XRP's surge, writing, "What am I missing here? $XRP is pumping and no one knows why." He attached a picture of XRP price movement. At that time, XRP was trading at 68 cents and would eventually rise to a 4-month high of 72 cents on November 6. In reply, Deaton proposed that the XRP surge could be interpreted as the rise of legal utility. This perspective could mean XRP legal clarity because of Ripple's victories over the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission in the infamous XRP lawsuit. It could also mean the growing recognition of XRP's practical applications within legal and financial contexts. Seeing Deaton's comments, an XRP enthusiast shared them on X, and in the process added words that changed the meaning conveyed by Deaton's original message. The user stated, according to John E. Deaton, the rise of XRP right now is the rise of legal utility. There is no doubt once it gets the settlement, XRP will double its market cap and soon will overcome Ethereum's market cap. He also added an image to the response, showing XRP at $110,000. John Deaton cleared the air, and Deaton responded swiftly, clarifying that he did not make any of the claims shared by this user. He stated, "I never said all of this. I said today's pump was called the rise of legal utility. For the record, I've never said any of the rest. I certainly never said or implied XRP was going to the numbers below." Deaton did not make any claims of XRP going to $10,000, and this could be the reaction of an overexcited XRP enthusiast. Many community members called him out for this error. Rumors of XRP going to $10,000 have been making the rounds lately. Recently, a prominent news channel shared unconfirmed claims of Ripple co-founder Arthur Brito stating that XRP would rise to $10,000. We would like to mention that this is not a channel intended specifically to provide financial advice, and we do not ask you to invest in any company. This is merely a channel directed toward bringing educational content to your doorsteps. If you're still watching the video, you could help out the channel by giving this video a like, subscribe, and remember to turn on the notification button to not miss out on anything.